Hey, what's up, church? As always, it is good to be with you for what's happening in the life of our church. Folks, if you've been tuning in or been here, you know that there's a lot happening in the life of this church. We are entering our final week of the Portland Pumpkin Patch. It's been a good year, a good patch. We still have some pumpkins out there to be sold. So if you have not yet made your trip to the pumpkin patch or brought the kids or grandkids or neighbors' kids, we invite you to this final week. You see the hours there on the screen. We still have some room for some volunteers in this last week, and we will most certainly need volunteers to help us clean up the patch when it is all said and done. That'll happen in the first few days of November. That's there. But again, it's been a great patch. And thank you to all of you who have helped make this a success that it is. As you know, the Pumpkin Patch is our primary fundraiser for our Build-A-Home Spring Build, which happens every year in spring break down in the Rio Grande Valley. And this will give us some good seed money to begin and to continue that project in the new year. So thank you for that. Again, don't forget about us this week, final week. We're still having school groups and youth groups and all those folks that are coming to be a part of that. There'll be a movie night coming up and all of that. And then as we close out the Pumpkin Patch, we're going to do that with Trunk or Treat, which will be coming this Sunday, October the 30th from 5 to 7 p.m. I understand we have maybe a record number of trunks registered for this year, and this is a great fundraiser or an opportunity that our children and youth do to engage our community. As you've heard me say before, we welcome anywhere between 600 and 800 kids on our church campus, and what a great opportunity to be the hands and the heart of Christ in this manner. So if you are still interested in registering your trunk, we invite you to do that online. We can still use more candy donations, as always. It takes a lot to do this, but we are looking forward to a great time held this coming Sunday from 5 to 7 in our parking lot. And so hope that you will come, bring your trunk or bring your kids. We'll have a lot of fun with that. As I want to remind folks, too, we've had some really good response on our MDS moment, where MDS Minute, where our director and assistant director of the Methodist Day School also share with you all the incredible things that are happening in the day school here. I've had so much fun with chapel. They have been in the Pumpkin Patch this month. They are excited about all that is happening here. And so I hope that you will stay tuned for them as they bring you some key things that are happening in the day school. The Fall Festival will be happening for them at the end of this month, Monday through November the 1st. Lots of volunteers, and it is wonderful to look out my office window and see and hear the kids as they're having so much fun. Our confirmation class is halfway through. We are having a great time with them. I want to remind folks that our confirmation Sunday will be Sunday, December the 4th at our one worship service, where we will receive our confirmation into full membership of the church that day. So thank you for our mentors and those people who are praying and assisting in this year's confirmation class. Also, want to let folks know, remind folks that we still have the Walk to Emmaus. The Women's Walk to Emmaus is happening November 10th through the 13th. If you've tuned in, you know that we have 4 pilgrims from this church who will be going, and we're excited about that. There's still a little room available, so if you're interested in a Walk to Emmaus or interested in sponsoring somebody on the Walk to Emmaus, we invite you to reach out to us, and we will get you connected there. They're going to be going to a new place this time for the walk, so we're excited about that, and I look forward to all that will bring before us. Just invite you to stay tuned for how you can participate more fully in the Walk to Emmaus in the days to come. Want to remind folks too, coming up in November the 6th is our one worship service, and on that day we're going to remember our saints of this church who have gone on to the church triumphant. This has been a hard year for this church. We have lost some very key members through just the normal process that's there. We have celebrated a number of lives this year, and we want to honor them on All Saints Sunday, which will be November the 6th. As you know, we set aside a portion of our service for remembering our saints that day, and the church will have an opportunity to celebrate with families that will gather here in that remembrance service, but also to remember others who have lost in this past year as well. So just want to put that out there for you to remember. Look forward to November the 6th as our All Saints Celebration Day. Also coming up in November, a lot of you have asked, we are bringing back the pie auction. This is a youth fundraiser. A number of you are excited about that. We're excited about that. We have a lot of fun, and as you know, it is a dessert auction basically, where our youth participate in that, and anybody else who wants to help contribute to this will be reaching out to you as well. That will be on Sunday, November 20th at 5 o'clock. I believe that our youth are going to share a gift with the church on that day as well. They have been a part of their Sunday evening gatherings, the first Sunday of every month, has been learning how to cook an easy but nutritious dish under the guidance of Lisa and Jonathan Damwick. And so they would like to share that with the church. So we'll be having a church meal before the pie auction there. So just get that on your calendar as well. November 20th on Sunday, about 5 o'clock, we'll eat, and then we will get dessert after that. So that'll be coming up. Friends, I do want to say again, thank you to all of you who have contacted me about your willingness to serve your church in the coming year in the various forms of leadership that's there. I think we are very close to having a full slate of officers. We still have a few positions that need to be filled, but we have reached out to a number of folks. And so I am very hopeful that when we go to our district conference in the middle of November, we will have our slate of officers fully in place for the new year. Thank you to those of our leaders who are returning for another year to provide some stability and continuity that's there. Thank you to those new leaders who are stepping into some key positions to also bring a very keen leadership to those particular areas. I am excited about where this church is going, and if this caliber of leadership has anything to do with it, this church is set for some really, really good days ahead. So thank you to all of you that are there. We always have room for people on committees and things as well. So if you were still interested, contemplated on how you might want to serve, I invite you to reach out to me or anybody that's in leadership and ask about how you might fulfill our church's mission as we live more into being a family-friendly, mission-minded church in action, reaching our neighbors with the life-changing love of Jesus Christ. Speaking of that, in the coming Sundays, you're going to be hearing from some of our own as they bring their story about how they put those membership vows into practice. Best way to stay connected with us, folks, is there on the screen. All those ways that are there. If you have not subscribed to our weekly e-news, our news and notes, we invite you to go to our webpage that is at Portland, FUMCPortlandTX.org. Click on the link to join on the newsletter, news and notes, e-news, whatever it's there. It's a very easy sign up. If you have any problem with that, contact Sandra in the church office. You can do that through email. They're on the screen for you, or call the church office at 361-777-2000. But there's really no excuse to not be connected to what's happening in life of the church, because we have many avenues for you to do that, and hope that you will take advantage of all of those that are before you. Well, friends, as always, it is a great week. Lots of things happening, lots of excitement, lots of joy and celebration as we move into that season of Thanksgiving and Advent. That'll be upon us before we know, and we are excited as we are blessed by what God is doing in the hearts and minds of His people called First United Methodist Church, Portland. If we haven't seen you in a while, we hope to see you soon. And until that day, may all that you say and do bring honor and glory to God. For we appreciate all that we're about. Have a great week. Bye-bye.